Yes, you can start.
Yeah. Good morning, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Welcome you all for this 618th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. Okay. Okay. For those who are new, I will explain about the details of the meeting to provide a mutual support and positive learning experience in which you can share the chat window or just a minute. So the Toastmaster is to learn the leadership skills resulting in greater confidence and personal growth. There are 4 core values of the Toastmaster International: integrity, dedication to excellence, service to the member, and respect for the individual. There are few ground rules. I request you all the speakers to refrain from the speaking on the taboo speaks like sex, religion, and politics. Since it's a virtual meeting, I request you all kindly ensure that your microphone is on mute when others don't speak, so that you do not disturb the speaker speaking. The third, I request everyone rename their name in the following format. Right? Whether you are a Toastmaster, you put a Toastmaster. Your today role, you mention that. If you are a guest, mention guest. Okay. The role player has to rename. For example, I'm playing the role of the evaluator. I have to mention evaluator 1, Toastmaster Anand. Okay. I request everyone to do the same. I will share 2 forms in the chat window. One for the member to mark their attendance, another for the guest to share their contact details, so that our VP can reach you, clarify the doubts. And I request you all enjoy the meeting with his hands over to control to this presiding officer. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand, for that beautiful introduction and also pitching in at the right time. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Okay, so I would like to declare open 618th meeting of Madras Toastmasters Club. I would like to tell you all that yesterday we had a wonderful Division H meeting in Trichy. We had quite a lot of Toastmasters there. We had the district trio, we had the division director and a few area directors. It was really a great meeting there. So we were in Trichy yesterday, and today we are here for our Madras Toastmasters Club meeting. It was very exciting. So we will have such meetings coming up. So with that note, I would like to introduce our TMOD for today. So we have a good amount of speakers and 5 speakers for today lined up. So hope we have a great session today. So today's Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Saravanan. Toastmaster Saravanan is working as a piping engineer in DOW, and his hobbies are playing with kids, reading books, and learning about temple architecture. With that, I would like to hand over the control to Toastmasters.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Kavita, ma'am, we have few guests we can get.
Yes. Thank you so much, Preeti, for that. So who are the guests for today online?
We have here.
Yes, Suchitra, can you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself? Yes, Suchitra, can you hear us?
Hi, I'm sorry for the disturbance. Is it audible now?
Yes, it is audible. Please go ahead.
All right. So, yeah, as you now know, I'm Suchitra and I work with Pfizer Pharmaceutical. So I would like to join Toastmaster to develop my communication and leadership skill. And I know I have been in a comfort zone for a while, and I want to come out of that.
Thank you so much, Suchitra. Looking forward to have you as a member. Yes, this is definitely a good platform for that. Any more guests for today? Thank you so much. Sit back and relax. Do give your name for table topics if you're interested. It is impromptu speaking session where you'll be given a topic and you will have to talk for 1 to 2 minutes.
We have Jewel.
Jewel, can you please unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Jewel. Please go ahead.
This is Joel, and I am from Tripura. Now, currently, I'm in Chennai, and my boss, some days ago, he told me about the Toastmaster. He said I can develop my skill, my leadership skill, and communication skill here. So this is why I'm here.
Thank you so much, Joel. It is good to have you here. Hope you have a great time today. And please do give your name to our TT Master, Toastmaster Tarun, if you're interested in impromptu speaking.
Okay.
Guest Kalayarasi.
Yes. Guest Kalayarasi, can you please unmute and introduce
Good
yourself?
morning, ma'am. Good morning to
Yes.
everyone.
Hi, Kalayarasi.
Yeah, as you know, I am Kalayarasi. I am working as a software engineer in Nimesoft India Private Limited. Sorry for the background noise. Is it disturbing?
It's okay. You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here to develop my communication skill as well. So my company CEO, he has introduced a Toastmaster to our company and told us to join and have a session so that we can get to know what Toastmasters are and to develop our communication and to overcome our fear. So that's why I'm here now.
Thank you so much, Kalayarasi. I do remember you during last week's meeting as well.
Last week.
We had a bunch of people from Ninesoft. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Hoping to have
hope you remember.
Yeah, I do remember you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So
Thank
please do give your name for table topics if you're interested.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So any more guests?
Yes,
Toastmaster
Pandirajan.
Pandirajan. Guest Pandirajan. Can you please unmute yourself and introduce?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Pandirajan.
I'm Pandirajan. I'm working in Nimesoft as a software engineer. I try to improve my communication, so I joined this session. That's all.
Thank you so much, Pandirajan. I think you were also there last week, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being there, and yes, hoping to see you as a member very soon.
Okay.
Thank you. Do we have any more guests?
Yes, Dharani.
Yes, Dharani. Can you please unmute and introduce yourself?
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Good
My
morning.
name is Dharni from Chennai, working from Nimesoft company, ma'am.
Thank you, Dharni. So you were also there last week. Good to have you here again. Hoping to see you as a member very soon, and hoping to see you in table topics as well. Sit back and relax. Thank you. Any more guests, Toastmaster Preeti?
That's all from online.
Okay. Offline, do we have any guests today? No. Okay, Toastmaster Tarun and Toastmaster Madhusudan are in. Great.
They both joined offline?
Yes, both are offline. They are available.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so let me hand over the control. Having introduced Toastmaster Saravanan already, let me give the control to Toastmaster Saravanan. Over to you.
Very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am happy today that I play the role of Toastmaster of the Day on the 618th meeting of our Metas Toastmasters Club. I start. Let me introduce the word of the day and theme of the day of today's meeting. Word of the day is kairos. Kairos is one of the two Greek words which refer to time. Kairos means a time at which conditions are apt for taking crucial actions, decisive or opportunistic moment. Coming to the kairos can be correlated to something like Nalla Neram, what we say in our astrology. And the theme of the day is make hay while sun shines. This is one of the idiom which dates back to medieval times. That in those days, rain will spoil the process of making hay for the livestock by the farmers. So farmers had to wait for the hot and sunny day to make the fodders, to make the hay, which acts as a fodder for their livestock. In modern times, it not only this phrase not only refers to the farmers nowadays. Any opportunity, any time which is good to undertake a crucial decision can be referred to as something like, at that situation you can say it's a good idea to say make a hay while sun shines. If we correlate hay to the leadership and communication skills, and farmer to fellow Toastmasters, and sun to Madras Toastmaster or any other Toastmasters club, we can say kairos is the time. That is, in our club aspect, Sunday, the time we spend on our meeting is the kairos for us to improve our communication skills. Having said that, now I move on to the meeting agenda. Today's meeting, as every other meeting, has 3 sections. The first section is prepared speech section, where the speakers are given sufficient time to prepare and deliver on their selected topics of their own choice. In case of second section, that is table topic section, speakers are given a topic by table topic master on which they have to prompt, on which they have to deliver impromptu without much time. 30 seconds grace time is 30 seconds is time allotted to come up with ideas for the speech. And the third section is prepared speech section, where the seasoned evaluator review the speeches and table their feedback so that the speaker will iron out their flaws in the upcoming speeches. In this evaluation session, I am assisted by a general evaluator and his track team. For today's meeting, the general evaluator role is handled by PJ Karthik, Toastmaster PJ Karthik, who works as a process improvement lead in Caterpillar, who has a hobby of reading books, listening to music, as well as exercising and keeping himself fit. Now, over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster PJ.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saran and Modi for starting the meeting effectively. You're able to listen me?
Yes, Karthik, you're audible.
Yes, yeah. So I'm Karthik. I'm going to play the role of general evaluator in this meeting. So I also have a team supporting me in this role. So we as a team, we are going to listen, evaluate, and provide feedback on the different aspects of the speeches. And also we are going to monitor the entire meeting. So at the end of the meeting, my team and myself, we are going to submit our report on the different aspects which we have observed. So first, before we start our observations on the different aspects of the speeches, we're going to introduce our team. So my team comprises of timer, R counter, grammarian, and a set of evaluators. First, let me introduce them one by one. First, I'd like to introduce the timer. Today's timer role is going to be played by Toastmaster Madhusudan, who's there in the offline. So Toastmaster Madhusudan is currently pursuing engineering in Loyola. His hobbies are playing badminton and playing chess. Now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Madhusudan to explain his role as a timer. Over to Toastmaster Madhusudan.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Timer, I will time the table topic speakers from the speakers' formal speeches and evaluators, but also alert each speaker of time, and they have left using green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific time and over to the general level.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan. So ensure that you note down the time. For icebreakers, it is 4 to 6 minutes. For rest of the speakers, it is 5 to 7 minutes. Time it accordingly. Yeah. Next, we have a role called R counter. So today's R counter role is going to be played by Toastmaster Pradeep Tiwari. He's a mechanical engineer with 12 years of experience. He loves exploring new places, loves playing table tennis, and most interesting aspect is that he runs daily for about 7 to 10 kilometers to keep himself fit. He's a fitness enthusiast. So now I'd like to welcome Toastmaster Prabhat Tiwari to explain his role as an R counter. Over to Toastmaster Prabhat Tiwari.
So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. So actually, I will be looking after the role of the R counter. In this, I will be taking the watch on the substitution or the pillar watch or some of the interjection, just like I can say A, N, or the U. And there are some of the pillar words which we are using in our speech most of the time, like A, so actually all these things I will be recording, and actually so I will be submitting the report to the general evaluator after the speech evaluation things are over. So thank you so much, and over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat Tiwari, for introducing your role. So next role we have as grammarian. Today's grammarian role is going to be played by Toastmaster Jacob. Toastmaster Jacob is working as a project coordinator for Aura Donnelly and has 7 years of experience as a graphic designer. His hobbies are reading books, listening to music. He's also interested in cooking and watching movies. Over to Toastmaster Jacob to explain his role as a grammarian.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. The role of grammarian is to note down the usage of good language, unique phrases, and errors in the language. I will also note down the usage of the word and theme of the day by all the speakers. At the end of the meeting, I will submit my report to the general evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, general evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Grammarian, for introducing your role. So, Toastmasters and guests, when I started to introduce my role as a general evaluator, I said that myself and my team are going to observe and evaluate different aspects of the meeting. Now you would have got an idea what are those different aspects. Those different aspects are, for every speech, for any speech, we are going to monitor the time taken by the speaker. We are going to monitor whether the speaker is using unwanted sounds or unwanted words used in the speeches. We are also going to monitor the proper usage of the language and also the grammatical errors. So these are the 3 different aspects which we're going to monitor. Apart from that, each of the prepared speeches will be having an evaluator who is going to monitor other different aspects of the speeches, which I will be introducing at the next half of the meeting. So now I request everybody, Toastmasters and guests, to sit tight and enjoy the meeting. Over to TMOD, Toastmaster Saravanan.
Thank you, General Evaluator and the TAC team, for explaining your role purpose. Now we move on to the first segment of our meeting, that is prepared speech section. The first speaker of today is Mohan, Toastmaster Mohan, who is a BCom graduate working in finance and strategy fields currently with 2 years of experience. His hobbies are eating and trying different cuisines, and he has a dream to visit all the UNESCO sites in India. Having said that, before inviting Toastmaster Mohan Babu, I request his evaluator, Toastmaster Anand, to read out his project objectives. Over to you, Evaluator.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So the purpose of my target speaker, Toastmaster Mohan Babu, is to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of the public speaking. Right? All the best for breaking your ice, Toastmaster Mohan Babu. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Mohan Babu, dais is yours for your speech.
Am I audible and visible, everyone?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Saravanan, for a lovely introduction. If you can dream or not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters as the same, with a 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours will be the earth and everything in it. And what is more, you will be a man, my son. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and lovable guests. I am Mohan, working as an assistant manager, finance and strategy in a SaaS startup company. I'm here to give my first icebreaking speech in my Toastmasters journey. To begin with, my life is confined in 2 C's. I started my life with the cricket ball in my hand. I was a medium fast bowler. I represented Tamil Nadu cricket twice at the age of 14. But unfortunately, at the age of 15, I had to quit my cricket due to several ankle injuries. Now, I am working towards to become a chartered accountant. I love solo traveling and I love exploring different cultures of India. I did my graduation from Sriram College of Commerce, Delhi. Coming from a family background where none of my family members and close relatives had never pursued high school education earlier. It was hard for me to cope up with my fellow batchmates in the early days of college. Some of my batchmates had a startup idea, and some surprisingly had already started working towards the startup idea at the age of 18. Moving on, I was hired by a SaaS startup as a finance intern during my final year of college. I am forever grateful to that startup because they redesigned my life professionally as well as personally into an amazing one. As I said earlier, I love solo travel. For the last 10 days, I was in a village in Himachal Pradesh called Shangar with an entire population of less than 1,500 people. One fine evening, watching sunset along with a villager, I asked her, "What makes you treat every traveler who visits your village with love, happiness, and positivity?" She amazed me with her answer. She said, "What you will achieve if you don't spread happiness, positivity, and love to each other." That one moment changed my life, and I could take that moment forever. Because she said from the heart, she meant what she said. Recently, I started loving dogs too. During my last trip to Himachal, there was a dog named Chapati. Yeah, you heard his name correct. His name was Chapati. He escorted us through the mountains and he protected us from all other animals throughout the whole trek. He even posted pictures with us. He even ran with us. He even took slow motion videos with us. And what else? I often wonder why people love dogs so much until I recently met him. And that was my first love of life. Love for the dog. And I will never forget that. Apart from traveling and working, I'm a part of 2 NGOs named Enactus and Connecting Dreams Foundation. With the sort of college experience and life experience I had till now, I wish no one should be hesitant to move from one place to another place for the purpose of gaining knowledge. These NGOs help me to locate people residing at the construction sites and the children who reside there for the daily wage work. Every once in a month, I visit these people in and around Chennai, sometimes outside Chennai. I help them to cope up with the digital world growing outside. And I also help to gain computer knowledge. Why? Because we could see these people are the prime victims for the cyber threats. So I help them to gain with the cope up with the computer knowledge, and also I educate them how to use technology in a useful manner. Probably over the next 5 years down the line, I might be visiting different parts of the world to explain different cultures of the world. To make best use of my visits, I need good communication skills. And I also need to learn how to quickly build a quick rapport with the people. I'm looking forward to learn these skills in my Toastmasters journey, along with gaining knowledge from great people sitting in front of me, as well as the people over the online. I had never give up on my life over the years, what may be the situations. And I also trying to spread love, happiness, and positivity to each other. I am trying my best. Will you be my mates? Thank you. Happy Sunday. Keep smiling.
Thank you, Mohan, for your wonderful speech. Thought of taking solo journey or solo, this was very new to me. I came to know about this thing only 2 months back with one of my former colleagues. But I am happy to see a person who taking solo journeys in this age and deriving more new experiences. Coming back to the speech session, let me welcome our second speaker, that is Toastmaster Amal. Toastmaster Amal is a data science manager, engineering graduate. His hobbies are listening to music, drawing, watching cricket, and jogging, and keeping himself very fit. I invite Toastmaster Amal for the speech.
Okay, Team Modi, let me introduce the speech objectives. This is Verity.
Sorry, before I call upon Toastmaster Amal for his speech, I request his evaluator, Toastmaster PT, to read out his project objective.
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. Toastmaster Amal Krishna is going to give his level 1 project 1 icebreaker speech from the pathway leadership development. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Title: Challenges. Timer, please note the time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. Over to you, Amal Krishna.
Okay, yeah, thanks Toastmaster Sharvan for that introduction, and thanks Preeti also. Timer, you can start. I'm starting. Yeah. On 1997, September 5th, 2 things happened. One thing, Mother Teresa has died, and I was born. Yeah, that was a catchy phrase. That's it. So as the famous book Alchemist says, if you want to achieve a thing, the whole universe will conspire you to achieve the same thing. Conspire you in helping in that achieving the same thing. So you know what that means? It means it's always about the first step. It's always about the first step. The first step is always that matters. You know why? Because most people are even afraid to do that. You are already a winner if you took your first step. That's what always matters. We always think that motivation leads into action, but that's not always true in all conditions. It's a cycle. Sometimes your tiny little action can lead into motivation. Your tiny little action will keep you motivated and inspires you to do more and more actions. So it's just like a cycle. So yeah, I'll give you a personal story. In 2011, I had a strong urge to join the Indian Army. So in order to pursue my dream, I joined the National Cadet Corps. You might know that, NCC, in my high school in the age of 13 in 2011. We all know that army life is very difficult. It's not easy. As a teenager, I also knew that. As a kid, I also knew that. But I got to understand the real difficulties of an army life from a 10-day camp I attended there while I was in this NCC camp. And I'm telling you, it is very difficult. It is not easy. This kind of trainings will transform your person, transform you as a person. This kind of trainings will not only make your mind, not only make your body hard, but also make your mind hard. So, yeah, as a person who attended this kind of trainings from the early ages itself, I can tell you that you can achieve a mind as hard as rock if you want to. Yeah, you can achieve a mind as hard as rock if you want to, and this kind of failures will make you stronger, just like goldsmith forges his gold. As I said in previous TM meetings, Toastmaster meetings, I am a person who would like to encounter negative situations or negative experiences than the positive ones. Surely not because I love them, sure, but because these negative experiences will make you stronger. These challenges will make you stronger, but not the positive ones. Positive ones will will give you a instant happiness, but not with the negative ones. Negative ones will challenge you. Negative experiences will convert you into a different person. Will transform you into a different person, and you will be reaching a state of mind that you can face anything in life which come across you. So, talking about the failures, these failures are also important. One person who is master in a thing means he has failed in a thing more times, multiple times than you did. That's how he became a master in that thing. I'll tell you a personal story. When I was 15, I applied to a scholarship named Vidyadan, also named as Akshaya Scholarship Program, which at that time only 100 people across the whole state of Kerala could get. And I remember my relatives saying 103 crores, 103 crores, and what this guy is going to do over there. And what I did was I just remained silent. And then what I did was I just tried again and again and again. So yeah, you might fail once, twice, or thrice. But at the end of the day, it's always about persistence. It's always about stay in the game. You might fail once or twice or thrice, but just stay in the game. And there were almost 4 rounds to that selection process, and I got selected. And I'm telling you, always shut them up with your success. I mean, always shut them up with your actions, not words. Shut them up with your success. Yeah. So do that thing that challenges you. Do that thing that intimidates you. Do that multiple times, and the death of the fear is certain. That's sure thing. Yeah. So not only this big thing matters, small things also is a very big thing. Small things also matters. You wanna try swimming, try it. You wanna try singing, try it. You wanna learn cycling, do that. You wanna join Toastmasters, do that. It's your life. Leave it big. As a famous quote says, whether you think you can or can't, you are right. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amal, for sharing your experiences and challenges in the presentation. Now we move on to our third speaker, Toastmaster Javastin. Toastmaster Javastin is a final year computer science engineering student who loves reading books and traveling. Before I call upon Toastmaster Javastin to give a speech, I request his evaluator, Toastmaster Sriram sir, to read out his project objective. Sir, you are not audible.
Okay. Is it audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, all. Toastmaster Javastin is giving his level 1 project 2 introduction to vocal Verity, and now in dynamic leadership. So objective is project. Let me just open that. Streaming. Yeah. So the purpose of this project is for the member to practice using vocal Verity to enhance a speech. All the best to you, Jebestin.
Dice is yours. Yes, Mr. James.
Timer, please wait. We'll be ready with the PPT. Start moving. Yeah.
We as humans sometimes feel disconnected with ourselves, with nature and surrounding. We forget to be present, to notice our breath, to laugh, and to feel ourselves. But by doing these practices can make us more happy, alive, and fulfilled. But instead of that, people in recent years resort to distractions such as using phones in order to fill the gap that we have. In this speech, let me give you reasons on why we should spend time with nature and grasp the lesson that it teaches. Good morning to all. Whatever we might see and experience, we have the opportunity to learn from it. Well, whatever we might learn from, nature is a place where we can learn the most from. Nature is a place where we are from, it is us, and it belongs to us. Does anyone know this place and where it is? Exactly. It's Chernobyl nuclear power plant, and it is in, well, it was with Ukraine 2 months back, but now I'm not sure. Well, when the nuclear power plant accident took place, the whole area was contaminated, making the place uninhabitable. No person could live there. But looking 40 years from that incident, it's a different place. Nature has taken over that place. At the end, no matter what we do, nature is a big person here. It works with its own set of laws. We can't go against it, else we'll be beaten. Well, what can we learn from this? Now it is almost a habitable place for human beings. Nature has the power to heal anyone and anything. Well, he's a person who broke the Soviet Union single-handedly. Well, he's a fictional character from the series, though. Well then, but we can certainly use nature and its principles to achieve whatever we want. Let me explain how. If you see the leaves of the trees and the sand in beaches, they're abundant. What can we see from that? We have to always think in place of abundance, not in scarcity and competitiveness. For light, there is dark. For hot, there is cold. Nature is dual. What can we learn from it? We have to appreciate both the happy and sad moments. The leaves of the tree fall. For that, does the tree stop growing? Change is inevitable. We have to embrace the change and move on. Even the beautiful places, such as mountaintop views and waterfalls, to reach there, it is very difficult. To reach there, we have to walk through bends. So nature has made it a bit difficult to see it. What can we learn from it? Nothing good or worthwhile in life comes easy. Well, we can learn a lot by observing, by loving nature. Then, coming to our Indian traditions and culture, for example, take yoga. Our ancient Indian sages have learned and observed a lot from nature. They have observed animals and derived a lot of animal poses in yoga asanas. One of the main aims of yoga is to unify us with the frequency of nature. Well, there are other places too from where we can learn a lot. Have you been to Madras Space Club, which is in Guindy? If you want to learn finance, the psychology of people using money, how their behaviors are with money, you can definitely give a try by going here. You can learn it. Well then, finally, if you're feeling upset, go outside. If you feel there's a gap, go outside. Finally, if you practice this approach of being with nature and learning from it, at the end, all the toxicities and anxieties will be removed, and it finally leaves us with kairos. Thank you.
Thank you for the speech, Toastmaster Javastic. When you said that yoga helps to synchronize us with nature, I just recollected a point which I studied long back. The word Om is the sound which the Milky Way creates while revolving around its own axis. So when someone says Om, they are getting resonated in line with the frequency of the space. So that's why they are able to achieve calmness while meditating. Having said that, let me move on to our fourth speaker of today's meeting, that is Toastmaster Subha. Toastmaster Subha is an academician who is expert in teaching, counseling, and training, currently exploring the avenues for inside healthcare sector. Before calling upon Toastmaster Subha, I invite our evaluator, Toastmaster Madhupriya, to read out our project objectives.
Is my voice audible?
Yeah, audible.
Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Subha. Toastmaster Subha has chosen the part Presentation Mastery, Level 3, Storytelling. The title is Silence. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or give a speech that is a story. So all the best, Toastmaster Subha. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
The rise is yours, Toastmaster Subha.
Toastmasters and distinguished guests. His speech can be educated, entertaining, humorous.
You are not audible.
Toastmaster Shubha, sorry.
Your voice is very
you're
nice.
not audible. Probably you can have the mic closer.
My voice is clear now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, loud and clear.
1 minute. Is it clear now?
Yes, it is. It is clear now, ma'am.
Toastmasters and distinguished guests. His speech can be educative, entertaining, humorous, motivating, inspiring, and storytelling. Tell me, audience, among these, which one is attention pulling? Definitely, for sure, it's going to be a storytelling. Recollect all your days when you heard stories from your parents and grandparents. Storytelling is an art. It is an experience. Every story has got a message, and every one story too has got a message. A boy in his 30s or in a man in his 30s was traveling in a train. He saw through the train's window trees. He asked his father, "Father, what is the color of the tree?" The tree is moving backward and the train is going forward. Father replied, "The tree is green in color." Again, he saw clouds moving. The cloud is moving along the train. He said, He was so happy to see the clouds. He was so happy to see the train. And he said, "What is the color of the cloud?" The father said, "Sky blue, my son." A batch of youngsters sitting over there laughed and made a mockery of the boy. The man who sat beside the father said, "Go and take me a good doctor." Father said, "We are coming from the hospital. My son was blind by birth. Today only he got his vision. Just before 1 hour, he got his vision." The moral of the story is, never be judgmental. Everybody has pain. You don't know what is going on in their life. Every story has got a power. Every story has got its own experience. One day, I got a call at 11:30 at night. Whose call is this? I was amazed to see Shirley calling. "Shirley, how are you?" She said, "No, Shubha, I feel like dying. I don't feel like living." Shirley, wait. "I feel like dying. I'm not a winner. I am a loser and I lost my business. My husband ditched me and I don't feel like living at all." Wait, Shirley. Just wait till 7 a.m. in the morning. Don't take a decision, please. After that, after 7 a.m., you take a decision, my dear Shirley. No. I'm fed up of my life. I don't feel like living and I feel like dying. I don't feel like living at all. This is, after that, it is a history. I went and met her at 7:30 in the morning. It is a history. The message is never give up in your life. Life will be with ups and downs and twists and turns, and it will be a miracle. So never give up in your life. Stories have power. They change. You can change a person's life by telling a story. This is done by voice modulation. Master your voice is very important in a story. If I want to tell a story of a lion, once upon a time there lived a lion. The characterization of the lion itself is in the voice. Once upon a time, there lived a king. We don't characterize the king. Mountain, there was a mountain story. The mountain didn't have friends. There is a sparrow who came and sat on the mountain. The mountain asked the sparrow, "Will you be my friend?" The sparrow said, "Oh mountain, I have a lot of friends. You want to be my friend? Okay. I'll be your friend. Don't worry." Mountain was so happy. "Oh, you're going to be my friend." The sparrow said, "I'm afraid of the tiger." Mountain said, "Oh, but my mother has told me how to take care of myself." And the mountain said, when will you come again?" "My mother will be searching. I'll come tomorrow. Okay, bye." She went off. Every story has got power. You are not narrating a story, you are narrating your experience. When you tell a story, you are putting the audience also into that story. Now there is a bonding between the mountain and the sparrow. Time is up. Ignite your imagination. Weave about your stories. Master your voice. Voice modulation is very important. Pitching is very important. Be a storyteller. Life is worth living and worth loving also. Hope to bring smile in your face. Thank you. Over to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subhaman. Your speech is full of expressions and explains how the speech has to be. Thanks for your time and your speech. Coming back to the word of the day. Earlier I said the word kairos is one of the two Greek words representing or referring to time. The other word which refers to the time is chronos. Chronos, everyone will be aware of chronological watches, which gives not only the time as well as the date and day of the week and other aspects too. Actually, chronos refers to the quantitative aspect of time, which can be inferred from the phrase like, what is the time now? Whereas kairos refers to the qualitative aspect of the time. Is it right time to perform this activity? The phrase like this refers to the qualitative aspect of the time. Having said that, we have come to the end of the speech session. Over to you, President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saravanan. It was wonderful to have all the speakers speak about different topics. We have a few guests today, offline as well. So, Toastmaster Preeti, can you please help me with the online guests who have joined later? In the meantime, let me call an offline guest. Guest, please introduce yourself. Yes. We have a guest offline here. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Toastmasters. I'm Saraswati. I joined online last week, and today I have come to see offline. So I'm very glad to be here, and I hope to join the upcoming meetings as well.
Thank you so much, guest Saraswati. Hope you have a great time and looking forward for your table topic speech. Toastmaster Preeti, do we have anyone online who joined later?
Yes, we do have Anthony Jebinraj. He joined last week as well.
Guest Anthony Jebinraj, can you please introduce yourself? Guest Anthony? Okay, looks like he is not available now. Okay. Okay, with that, let's go for a quick 5 minutes break. Is that okay? Timer? 5 minutes break? Okay. So let's go for a 5 minutes break. Sure. Timer, can you please let us know who are the qualified speakers? Toastmaster Madhusudan. He's ready for the break already. Qualified speakers, please. All the speakers are qualified? Yes, all the speakers are qualified. Yeah, all the speakers are qualified. Toastmaster Suhasini, please make a note.
Yeah, thank you, Kavita.
Thank you. Toastmaster Sebastian is not qualified. Toastmaster Suhasini, heard that?
Yeah, Kavita, I know that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, people online can probably watch us Hope it is visible.
Yeah, Kavita, if possible, ask Tarun to call me for TT speech.
Sure, Karthik. I'll let him know.
Sure, sure.
People who are interested in table topics, please give your name to Tarun. So far, we've got only Karthik's name.
Kavita, this is Karthik. I have a doubt whether there's going to be evaluation for Toastmaster Tarun's role.
Yes, Toastmaster Srini is the evaluator. His project is being a table topic master.
Yeah, there'll be evaluation for that, or evaluation is not required.
There will be evaluation for that.
Okay. Sure. Because he has put in a message that there's evaluation is not required, so there's some confusion.
Okay. Let me check
in the group.
Toastmaster Suhasini.
There is an evaluation for TT master roles. One of the in pathway, one of the project is active listening. Okay. They're having this as a pros. Like,
Okay. So can you just put it in the group, the 10th
yeah,
group?
I did. Yeah,
Sure. Okay. So I'll call Toastmaster Srini.
Karthik, I already sent that.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks.
For guests who are interested to give table topics, please ping in the chat so that Tarun can take from that, because they might not have Tarun's number.
Yeah, guests, please put in the chat window so that Tarun can call you. There are quite a lot of guests today.
Tarun, you have given your evaluation form to Toastmaster Srini, right?
Yes,
Your
sir.
project objectives. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Done. Thanks.
Okay. Guest Kalayarasi has some questions, so you can get in touch with Toastmaster Preeti. Toastmaster Preeti, you can probably put your phone number on the chat window so that Kalayarasi can contact you.
Yes, I'll put my mobile number in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think Toastmaster Madhusudan, time's up, or do we have more time?
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. I welcome you all back to the meeting. Let's get on with the table topic session for the day. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Table topic session, everyone will have 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace time to speak on the topics given by table topics master. Now the table topic session will be handled by Toastmaster Tarun. It is also his project.
It's thank you, sir. Are you guys excited for the table topic session today?
Yes.
Okay, cool. First, I would like to call in Toastmaster Karthik PJ.
Yes, Toastmaster Tarun. Yeah. You're able to hear me clearly?
Yeah, you're audible, sir. One sec, sir, I'll spotlight you. Yes. Sir, your topic is your favorite day of the year. Describe your favorite day of the year. Or what is the favorite day of the year?
Just give me a minute. My favorite day of the year is the day when I entered when I entered into my college for the first day. It is August 13, 2007. The college is College of Engineering, Indy. So the 4 years was like, it gave me a lot of valuable experiences. So College of Engineering India offers, apart from the academic experience, it offers you a different platform to grow yourself as a well-rounded person. It has different it has different clubs. It has different avenues to explore yourself. So fortunately, I explored a lot of things in the college. I was part of the Rotary Club. I did robotics, and I was very active in my department initiatives like department symposium. So all these gave me valuable experience in life, and also it helped me to understand the importance of having a good network, good network and good people skills. So I now, when I reminisce, I could see that August 13, 2007 is an important day in my life because it is my first day in my college. That college gave me a lot of things, gave me this beautiful life and sculpted me as a well-rounded person. Thank you, TT Master, for helping me to reminisce my college days. Over to you.
It's really great that you reflect back to your past and still remember how you were and how you came till now. So it is great that you remember that with a specific day and a date. Amazing, sir. So next I would like to call Toastmaster Mohan Babu. So Toastmaster Mohan, your topic for the day is before entering college. Before entering college, 3 things that you could have improved or would have improved on yourself.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun, for giving such a good topic. Before entering college, 3 things I could have improved myself. The first thing I would say, connect with more people. I didn't connect with more people, even not many friends I made during my school days. If I would have connected more people then, I might not had a bad experience in college in respect of connecting people. Second thing, I might have paid more attention to academics when I chose to pick my cricket. I didn't do that. I was still looking on my cricket part. Third thing, I don't remember much now. So it's always I go with the flow, so I don't remember much of the things that I did in my past life. That's it. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call in Toastmaster Arun. Sir, your topic for the day is the personal achievement you're proud of and why. Topic for the day is the personal achievement you're proud of and why are you proud of it?
Good morning and thank you, Table Topic Master, for this topic. The proudest moment in my life is what I could say is that every moment that I recognize my own values and what are my strengths and what is the direction that I want to go for. This is the clarity that I look for every day in my moment. So whenever we say that there is a personal achievement, first we need a clarity. What is that achievement is all about? What we need to achieve. Second is that to achieve that, what are all the resources, skills, and strength that you need to achieve that. And the third is the element is the consistency and commitment to achieve those things. As long as I live all these 3 principles, I achieve towards my personal achievement, and I always live for this in every moment of the life. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, next I would like to call in Toastmaster Jabaston. So your topic for the day is I have great respect for fill in the blank because yeah.
Okay. So good morning to all. Thank you to Table Topics Master for this topic. I have great respect towards UFC star Conor McGregor. I respect him because of his motivation to reach that position. Before he became famous, he had the motivation, the will, and the work towards reaching there. And he has described in certain videos too about how he worked and worked towards reaching that. Well, at certain times, I do see it. see his interviews, see his working, and I feel respect towards that, towards moving that position. Yeah, thank you for that. So next, I would like to call and guest Saraswati. So your topic for the day is, ma'am, the greatest gift we can give others.
Hello, Toastmasters. My topic for today is greatest gift that I can give for others. Today, the theme for today is also make hay while the sun shines, and Kairos, which I heard that the meaning for Kairos is time. The greatest gift that you can give for anybody is time. Time is the most precious thing that when we give to somebody, you can make the best of it, and you can make the best of it for them as well as for you. So thank you for giving this opportunity.
To the point answer, I'll say, because any ways or any time you're there, time is the most valuable gift you can give others, or others can give you. So that answer was to the point, ma'am. Okay, next I would like to call in ma'am, your daughter's name? Tanusha. Yes, Tanusha. Okay, your topic for today is a trip to remember. A trip to remember.
Hello, good morning, Toastmasters and guests. My name is Tanushi, and my topic is a trip to remember. So, according to me, the main part of a trip is not the trip itself; it's the driving. And I usually just sleep through the whole trip when we're staying in the hotel, or just read a book and then throw it away and then do whatever I want. But the main part I enjoy is the part where we drive. Especially in the long drives, I really enjoy it. If there's a traffic jam, my mom and dad would be like, "Oh no, there's a traffic jam. We'll be 1 hour late in this rate." And then instead of saying, "Oh no, we'll reach late," you know what I'll shout? Yeah! No, seriously, I don't know why people despise just staying in the car. It's amazing. You could just look at the view, do whatever you want. You could take out your bag and eat a pack of chips. You could enjoy the view outside. But if the driving ends and then you're just stuck in your room, you can't move. You're just inside that room. You can't do anything. Nothing. Do nothing. But in a car, you could move at 100 kilometers per hour, enjoy the view outside, look at the mountains, and then even take photographs and selfies. So the trip to remember is not the trip itself; it's the driving. Especially yesterday, we drove for 6 hours. It was amazing. Thank you.
So next, I would like to call in. Yes. Guest Kalayarsi. Guest Kalayarsi. Guest Kalayarsi, are you there? Okay, over to the next speaker. I would like to call him guest Dharni to the dais. Okay, guest Pandyarajan, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm there. Hello?
Yes, sir. Okay. Would you like to take a topic, sir?
I will do in next week, sir.
Why didn't you give it a shot, sir? It'll be good.
Sir, I didn't get it.
Why didn't you give it a shot, sir? It'll be good.
Shots. Hello.
Yes, sir. Why didn't you try one topic, sir?
I'm not very.
It's fine, sir. Okay, it's cool, sir. Next week, sure, sir.
Sure, sir. I will do next week.
Thank you, sir. Next, guest Anthony. Would you like to take a topic? Guest Anthony. Toastmaster Preeti, would you like to take a topic?
Okay, give me a minute. I'm cutting vegetables. Okay, I'll take it off.
Okay. So, your topic for the day is okay. If you could spend a day with someone from the history, who would it be, and why?
Can you repeat the question?
If you could spend one day with someone from history, who would it be, and why?
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. And my topic today is, if I could spend one day with any person in history, who would it be? It will be with Jhansi Rani. Okay. Once in Toastmasters, I had a chance to make up like Jhansi for Independence Day. There was an event which was conducted, joint meeting which was conducted by Division H. So they asked the members to do some kind of makeup like the historical queens and kings. So I did like a Jhansi Rani, and I wanted to give some 2-3 lines about I want to speak about her. So when I make up like her and speak like her, my nature is actually very silent and I'm not so bold and courageous. But when I do that makeup and if I have to read that script, I have to gain some courage and some boldness inside me. So if I could spend one day with her, I would probably learn the courage, the boldness, how she fights with the British and how she cope up with the things. What are the things that she would have faced in that ancient time itself? She was so bold and she would have faced so many challenges from the outside. So if I could spend a day, I could learn a lot of things from her so that I can follow it in my real life itself. Thank you. Over to you.
That's a great character to learn about, ma'am. I would personally like to meet Jhansi Rani if given the chance, obviously. But yeah, history never repeats itself, most probably. So we'll see about it. Okay, next I would like to call in Toastmaster Madhusudanan. So, hello, Toastmaster Madhusudanan. Hello. Your topic for today is: should you be concerned about the future or excited about the future?
Hello everybody. So I'm Toastmaster Madhusudanan. So the topic is: should I be concerned about the future or excited about the future? According to me, you should be actually both concerned about your future and excited about your future. Example, obviously everyone would face that exam. We have exams next week. We would be concerned about the exams, and after the results, we would be excited, obviously. If you would get the expected results. The thing is that we need to move forward in every aspects of life. I want to quote what Hitler said. He said that remember that you have wings. If you don't have, remember that you have wings, and also remember that you have legs, and keep moving forward. At least if you could not move physically, if you could not move forward, at least think that I'm moving forward. The point is that you need to keep on moving forward. And the another thing is that if you if you consider life to be easy, and life won't be easy on you. So the point is that you need to be really concerned about your future. And when you are concerned about your future, and all those happiness will make you excited in the future. That's it. Thank you.
TM Modi, do we have time for more speakers? Yeah. Would you like to take a topic? Then
I would like to take a topic.
Sure, ma'am. Okay, your topic for the day is okay. If you're given the chance to go back in time and attend an event in history, what time would it be and why?
So can you repeat the topic?
So if you're given a chance to go back in time and attend the event or change an event that changes the course of history, what event would it be and why?
So a very nice question and a very interesting question. That one event which I would like to change would be to go to the ship of Vasco da Gama, and I would really suggest him not to come to India, because I feel only then the invasion of British started, because he was the first person who found the route to India. He got settled in Calicut, which is in Kozhikode in Kerala. So I would really like to change the route, be with him as a voyager, change the route. And most probably the case of Columbus, actually Columbus landed in America. He thought America to be India, because there was a demand to find a route for India. And Spanish and Dutch people, they encouraged so many voyages to find that route for pepper trading. So he ended up in America, thought that to be India. And that's the reason we have a place called West Indies there. So same way I would join Vasco da Gama, and most probably would have changed his route to some other place, so that he never would have found a route to India. And in that way, many, I think, Westerners, they entered India, and there was a big invasion. Most probably that is the case. We lost so much of authenticity. We lost our tradition. Maybe there were so many conversions, invasions. So a lot of treasures we lost. So in that case, that event, if I had that capacity or given that power to change, I would have really joined with Vasco da Gama, guided him in a very wrong way, most probably taken his marine compass, showed north instead of south, and would have made him land in some other place. So thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity and making me think what that important event would have been, so that I have the power to change. Thank you, Toastmaster Tarun.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm a person who thinks globalization is necessary, but that's a great point there, ma'am. But I'm just imagining how would it be without the invasion happening, and just seeing how it would go. So yeah, that your point actually made me think also, ma'am. So next, Toastmaster Sebastian, would you like to take a topic? Yeah, sorry. Then okay, anyone else in the online meeting would like to take a topic?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, sir. So, sir, your topic for the day is, if you invented schools, how would you make them, or how would you make them function? I'll repeat the topic. If you were the person who invented schools, how would you make them function, and how would the schools be?
Yeah, thanks for that excellent topic. The topic, I'll repeat, it's if you invented a school, how you would like that to be?
If it's you who invented schools.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
How would it be and what?
Yeah,
how would it be?
Timer, you can start now.
Yes, sir.
Very morning, friends and fellow Toastmasters and guests. I know education is the foundation for all our success. Now, we can name many things, but without education, nothing can be done. And obviously, schools are the origin or the birthplace of education. And I can quote many things. There are a lot of good things which I learned in my school days. The very first day I remember, we used to have assembly prayers in the school. And after the prayer, our headmistress used to call each one of us in turn to read newspaper. And that's for the first time I learned how to speak in front of the audience. And of course, Toastmasters has been a launching pad after that, but that was the origin. And from then on, I can say many things happened. And those days, we used to have a lot of scientific innovations happening. I used to attend laboratories, and many times we have given a chance to even explore ourselves, come up with some new ideas, present in an exhibition. Those kind of learnings I still remember a lot. But unfortunately, the last 2 years has been a very tough situation. The pandemic has changed us to make us online, but nothing is lost. We can go back to the old school days. And I would suggest each one of you who missed those, physical labs, please go ahead and start exploring yourself, because practical is always the best thing that can happen. And with this, I would like to hand over back the control to TT Master.
That's a nice perspective, sir. You're actually saying the old way is the best way. Am I right, sir?
Come again?
Are you saying the old way is the best way?
Yeah, that's good. And of late, we've seen more of technologies. Okay.
So, yes, sir. Explore. Schools should make exploration a part of their curriculum. Great, sir. I guess we are done with the TC session. It was an amazing session listening to you guys. Over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Table Topics Master Tarun. I hope I will attend one of your sessions on the next time. Today, coming back to our theme of the day, that is make a voice sunshine. It is an English phrase. There is a equivalent Latin phrase which says that carpe diem. Carpe diem means seize the day. It says that future is unknown. So grab the day, make every second of the present moment so that you benefit more. There's an equivalent phrase in our Tamil too, that is Katrulla Kodai Thottukol, which means the same as we see in English phrase. Having said that, now we move on to our third section, that is evaluation session. I invite General Evaluator Toastmaster PJ Karthik to preside over that evaluation session.
Thank you, TMOD, for inviting me to conduct the evaluation session. So, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, so I feel that this is the most important session in the Toastmasters session. So, as a corporate employees, we all would have had appraisals at the end of our financial year. Why do we have appraisals? To receive feedback from our manager on the positives of our work and the areas of improvement. Similarly, this is a feedback session to every speakers. So where it will help the speakers to improve their way of presenting the speeches. So this session will have two sections. First is that we're going to see the evaluation sections of all the prepared speeches, followed by the feedbacks or the reports to be submitted by Timer, R Counter, and Grammarian. Then finally, I'll be giving my observation on the proceedings of the entire meeting. First, let us start the first section, that is evaluation of all the prepared speeches. The first prepared speech is given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu under the title Phase of Life. He gave us Icebreaker Speech. That is the first speech given by any Toastmaster who starts his Toastmaster journey. To evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Babu, I invite Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Anand works at CIPLA. He has a strong interest towards coaching and guiding the society in health, wellness, and creating an awareness on diseases and management of the diseases. His hobbies are reading, cycling, and Toastmastering. So now I invite Toastmaster Anand to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Mohan Babu. Over to Toastmaster Anand.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your warm introduction. Good afternoon, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest. First of all, I would like to congratulate my target speaker, Toastmaster Mohan, for breaking the ice. It was really an amazing, right? You have narrated your life incident very well in a creative and humorous fashion. You kept a smile throughout the programs. I didn't find any nervous throughout the program. That was one of the benchmark of your speech. In the first speech itself, you have rocked the show. And second thing, coming to your opening statement, you have started the opening with a quote which is relevant to your topic, right? By means of opening the top, you have grabbed the each and every audience attention. That was really fabulous. If you see the body content, right? You have mentioned that life has divided into two C's. One is cricket and second is chartered accountant. It's a really innovative way of opening a talk, right? So here also in the body also, you have engaged the audience. In the opening, you have grabbed the audience, you have engaged the audience in your body by means of your innovative and your lovely smile. Also, you have highlighted your experience in your Himachal Pradesh, the way you narrated by right. We went to the imagination of what you have did in the Himachal, why people love dogs, and why you kept a pet name of the dog. So really, it was humorous, right? And you mentioned about the punchline, happiness, positive, and love. By giving the punchline, you have the mark, right? You mark your presentation in each and everyone's heart. See, however, there is a few suggestions, right? You have narrated very well, fantastic. But only one thing is that you have kept your hands tied. So during your presentation, if you use your posture, right? If you use your open on gesture, right? Your body language comprises of only 7% is verbal. But if you see that 55% is a non-verbal communication. So use your posture, right? So that you can engage your audience. This body language will reinforce your presentation. That need to be improved. And coming to tonality, the tonality comprises of 38% to your body language. Use your modulation. It seems to be a monologue. I'm sure that if you add your your presentation by using the voice modulation, that will add flavor to your speech. Right? And coming to the closing, you have closed very well. You have closed your topic. You have mentioned that you want to, why you have joined in this Toastmasters to improve your communication so that I can connect with the world. I can get a rapport throughout the people whom I encounter. That was a fabulous message. See, my suggestion is that by seeing your speech, it reveals that you are a highly aspirant and goal-oriented person. I'm sure if you work on your area for improvement, or a suggestion for improvement, I'm sure you are going to be an extraordinary orator. Over to you, Toastmaster of the General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand, for your encouraging and engaging evaluation. So I request Toastmaster Mohan Babu to incorporate all the feedback given by your evaluator. Before going into the next evaluation, I would like to request the timer to read out the qualified TT speakers. Timer Madhusudan, I want you to read out the qualified table topic speakers.
The qualified. One second.
Yes, go on. We cannot hear you.
Karthik, he is coming.
Yeah, sure.
Hope I'm visible and audible.
Yes, yeah, go on.
Okay. I'm going to read out the names of the tabletop topics speaker who are qualified. So Toastmaster Karthik took 1 minute 20 seconds, and Toastmaster Mohan Babu took.
No need to mention timings, so only mention the names.
Okay. So Toastmaster Karthik, Toastmaster Mohan Babu, Toastmaster Tanushri, Toastmaster Preeti, Toastmaster Madhusudan, myself, and Toastmaster Madhupriya, and Toastmaster Sriram. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Madhu. So the person who's doing the poll, so kindly note down the qualified speakers. So with this said, let us move on to the next evaluator. The second speech was given by Toastmaster Amal. Again, this is an icebreaker speech. So this speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Preeti. Toastmaster Preeti is a graphic designing professional at R.R. Donnelly. She is an active Toastmaster. She is currently the VP membership of her club. Now I request Toastmaster Preeti to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Amal. Over to Toastmaster Preeti.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. Hi, Toastmaster Amal. Congratulations for accomplishing Level 1, Project 1, Breaking Your Ice. I'm really glad to evaluate your speech, and let me evaluate it with few criteria. The first one is the objective or the purpose. So for your information, if you choose any project, if you are giving any project, there will be an evaluation sheet in the website. So you can download it and you can see the purpose or objective in the speech. So your objective for today is to introduce yourself and to understand the basic structure of the speech. So yes, Amal, we got to know about you and the challenges you have faced in your life. Okay, you also understand the basic structure of speech because you started your speech by saying the importance of taking the first step in life and how you've taken your first step by joining the 10 days camp and understanding the difficulties and the challenges and how you transform today. So you ended your speech by saying a quote, whether you think you can or can't, you are right. So the speech has a proper opening, body, and a conclusion. So the objective and the purpose of your speech is fulfilled. Coming to the delivery part, Amal, you seem so comfortable with the audience. You have good eye contact and you have a good content actually. So the points, you have so many stories, so many motivational points to reach out to the audience. The only suggestion that I would tell you is you have to make your point clear. So raise your voice, use tonal variations to make your point stronger so that it will reach the audience head. So this is the one area which you have to improve upon. Other than that, you have a good eye contact, as I said. In the clarity part alone, a little bit missing, so that I think you had some technical issues with your audio. So your voice was very feeble. So please look into it in your future speeches. Also, I would want you to engage the audience by asking some questions. Your speech was like so plain, so you can interact with the audience by asking a question and so on. On conclusion, in a nutshell, your strength or your comfortability. You look so cool when you deliver your speech. So you don't have any nervousness or fear. You look so comfortable. So that is your biggest strength. All the best for that. And the areas which you have to work on is you can engage the audience by asking a question so that it will be interactive rather than being monotonous. And you can also use your voice modulation. Other than that, it was fantastic speech. Hope you will improve in your future speeches. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti, for giving an introspective evaluation. So next, let us move on to the next evaluation. The third prepared speech was given by Toastmaster Sebastian. He gave a speech on the title Guru Nature, on the level 1 project 2 introduction to vocal variety and body language. This speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Sriram. Toastmaster Sriram is the past president of our club. He's working as a product manager at Secured Solutions. His hobby is to listen music, and it gives him a lot of pleasure when he listens music. Now I invite Toastmaster Sriram to evaluate this speech given by Toastmaster Sebastian. Over to Toastmaster Sriram.
Yeah. Thanks, Toastmaster Karthik, for this wonderful introduction. And very good afternoon, all. And Toastmaster Sebastian in particular. You started with a strong opening visual, and that brought a lot of attention to the audience. And that was a great beginning. The purpose of the speech is to practice using vocal variety. I'll come on about this towards the end. And coming to the type of speech you chose was motivational. The kind of speech or the style you used was storytelling. The core message was practice loving nature and embrace it. That was a wonderful message. So coming to this, since the core objective of this speech is only on vocal variety, and there are a lot of attributes which I'd like to bring in. The first thing I can say is that loudness. You had a good voice projection and used it very well till the end. The pitch and the vocal variety was could have been improved a lot. I'll give you the examples. Change is inevitable. What can we learn from it? Have you been to Madras Race Club? So this kind of variations would have added more liveliness and brought in more attention to the audience. And your voice quality was good, acceptable. The articulation could have been slightly better. I can tell you. You can't go against nature. You could have added more non-verbal action as well. You can't go against nature. Yeah, you also had pauses, more meaningful, but it could have been even more better if we can change your position. See, audience generally have this habit, like when you ask some questions, sometimes people don't respond at all. But if you change your movements from stage to stage or within the online itself, you could have added more attention span to the audience, and they could have answered better. And on the whole, I would say, positives. You had a nice beginning, started well with a very great visual, captured the audience. Your loudness and quality of voice was excellent. The only thing is improvement I can say is pitch and vocal variety and articulation. That could have been a lot better. And my humble recommendation, since this particular objective is on vocal variety, I suggest if you can repeat the speech with a more punching, vocal variety and body language, I'm sure you'll learn a lot from it. So on the whole, great speech, a lot of visuals, and brought in great opening with the visuals. And you had a nice body covering the story. And conclusion, you also ended up with a nice message. The only thing is vocal variety and articulation. And since this is a core objective of the speech, I would suggest if you can repeat the speech. Over to you, General Leader.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sriram, for giving such a detailed and introspective evaluation. So Toastmaster Sebastian, consider this as a positive feedback and work towards and incorporate all the feedbacks given by Toastmaster Sriram in your future speeches. So let us move on to the next evaluation. So next evaluation is on the speech given by Toastmaster Subha on the title Silence. She gave the speech on the project Storytelling. This speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Madhupriya. Toastmaster Madhupriya is a past president of our club. She is a law professional. Her hobbies are writing, dancing, and painting. So with this said, now I'd like to invite Toastmaster Madhupriya to evaluate the speech given by Toastmaster Subha. Over to you, Toastmaster Madhupriya.
Is my voice audible?
Yes.
Good afternoon, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Subha. Stories play an important role in each and everyone's life because we all are grown up hearing to stories from our grandmas and grandpas. So that is the importance and value of stories. Toastmaster Subha, I really liked 3 things in your speech, and I just wanted to talk about it. The first one, the small introduction you gave for that storytelling. You just started with like saying there are so many varieties of speeches like educational, entertaining, motivating, humorous, but something that attracts the audience or pulls the attention of the audience very easily is storytelling. That's absolutely true. And I like that small introduction very much. And second thing was your voice modulation. And being storytelling, your voice modulation is very important because you got to show the distinction between the characters. You got to differentiate the characters, and storytelling involves a lot of characters, and you have to emote each and every character. So your voice modulation plays a very important role. And I think you did a perfect justice for that, because when you spoke about the story of Shirley, I saw so much of voice modulation because we're literally taking yourself as Shirley, and the differentiation you showed, because when you spoke, the voice was very composed, and when you spoke for Shirley, I was able to feel that you were really able to emote that person, because I was able to feel that depression, that insecurity she had. So everything was emoted well in your voice. And the third thing I liked in your speech was the tips you gave for enhancing storytelling skills. For example, focus on your pitching. Then you also added a point which is very important. When you talk for a character, you have to think that you are that character. For example, when you assume yourself, or when you talk about lion, you have to be bold, gigantic, and express yourself like a lion. Your voice should carry out that expression. Like when people hear that, they have to feel that, yes, this is a lion. You got to do justice for the character. So that is very important tip. And also when you spoke as a mountain, I was able to see that boldness in your voice, and for a sparrow, that sweet voice. So that differentiation was superb, and that is very important for storytelling. And for recommendations, I have 3 important recommendations for you. The one, the objective of your speech says that you got to give a speech involving a story, or a story as a speech. No, I would have enjoyed a lot if you take a single story. For example, the first story, the relationship between, or the bonding between the son and the father. So you could have elaborated that. Maybe you could have added few more sentences, dramatized the entire concept, like the son is asking for each and everything. Dad, see, the trees are moving. What is the color? So the dad explaining to him. So you could have dramatized that single story for maybe some 3 to 4 minutes, so that there won't be any distraction, because you just added 3 stories, and I felt it was a bit distracting. So storytelling, instead of talking about more stories, you can take one story and talk about it. And the second point I just wanted to add is, you added a personal story, but that story ended abruptly. Like, for example, Shirley, you just ended the story by saying that I went at 7:30 a.m. and rest was history. But we people don't know. And the way you told, like, we got totally engrossed into it. So that conclusion, I felt it was abruptly ended. So you could have given a smooth ending to it. And the third one was the topic silence. So I couldn't relate the topic, the title, and your speech. So next time when you give a title, just at least tell how this title is related to the topic or the speech you're giving. On the whole, Toastmaster Subha, I enjoyed your delivery style and voice modulation. Just focus on speech structuring, and you can be one of the greatest storyteller in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhupriya, for giving such an encouraging and in-depth evaluation for the speech given by Toastmaster Subha. I request Toastmaster Subha to incorporate all the feedbacks given by Toastmaster Madhupriya. So let us move on to the final evaluation. This final evaluation is on the project done by Toastmaster Tarun. Toastmaster Tarun did not give a speech. Rather, he did an activity called he did a role called playing a TT master role. So this is a part of the project called active listening. So this is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Srinivasan. Toastmaster Srinivasan is a past president and a current area director. Now I request Toastmaster Srinivasan to evaluate the role or the project done by Toastmaster Tarun. Over to Toastmaster.
Hey, thanks, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Karthik, for the perspective. As the General Evaluator was mentioning, right, today Toastmaster Tarun was giving a project, though he didn't speak. His project was more around active listening, right? The intent of his role was, besides doing the table topics master role, he also needs to listen to the speeches that are given by the various speakers and comment, right, at the end of the speech. So it was a test of more the listening skills, which are very important for a Toastmaster, right? As much as speaking skills are important, listening skills are equally important. So in terms of the way the session was conducted, I think Toastmaster Tarun did a very good job in terms of conducting the table topic session. He had very good topics, both from a content perspective, also from a curiosity perspective, right? I think they were very thought-provoking topic, like sending someone in history, changing events in history and all that, right? Which made the speakers and as well as the audience think, right? I think the topics were pretty well done. And also, I think Toastmaster Tarun did a good job of mixing up both members as well as the guests, right? Which is one of the best practices in a table topic session, right? So that everyone gets a perspective and a chance to speak. And the other thing which I liked about this table topic session was there were a good number of speakers. I think today there was good participation in the meetings, both online and offline. And there were a good number of speakers who participated in both the online and offline meetings. Right, so I think from those perspectives, there were a lot of positives which Toastmaster Tarun can take, right, from this project. So in terms of the areas for improvement, right, I think the key area for improvement, or the suggestion that I have is, one of the objectives of this project as such is you need to listen to the speech, and then at the end of the speech, right, you need to summarize or probably quote from the speech, right? That was the basic expectation from this project. Right. So what I saw was that while you did that for some of the speeches, right? I'm sure you did it for a couple of the speeches, but I think you didn't do it for all the speeches. So it will be good if you do it for all the speeches. And it's a very important skill to have, right? Many times what happens is as an event organizer, right? You're very good at reading from a prepared text, right? But when you have to react to impromptu situations, right? Like listening to somebody and quoting that person, you tend to struggle, right? So I think this was one of the main objectives of this project. So I would suggest that you look at that feedback. The second thing is, I think you're still in a hybrid mode, right? Both online and offline, right? I'm sure there'll be voice issues when you provide a topic and all that, right? And this is a challenge which is there in all the contests as well, right? Many of the contestants are not able to hear what the topic is, and they are forced to repeat the topic, right? The moment you repeat the topic more than once, you are giving the speaker who's asking you to repeat it more than once the unfair advantage, right? Because other speakers were just listen to the topic once, right? So as a way of handling that, right? This has got nothing to do with the way you gave the topics. I think it's more to do with some of the audio issues and stuff like that, right? I think as a way of handling that, you can probably keep the topics small, right? So that way, I think it's easy for people to understand and be a bit slow, right? I think that's something which you can do. So those are the two suggestions that I have. I think overall, it was a great session, right? I thoroughly enjoyed the table topic sessions, and look forward to more such sessions from you, Toastmaster Tarun. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivasan, for giving such a detailed evaluation. So with this, our first part, the evaluation session, comes to an end. So I have a request to all the evaluators. So evaluators, please fill the evaluation form and send it to your respective speakers so that they can incorporate all the feedbacks in their next future speeches. So prepared speakers, please check with your respective evaluators and get the filled evaluation form. That will help you to that will serve as a record on the feedbacks which you have received. That will help you to incorporate all the feedbacks in your future speeches. So next session is the report submission section on the various aspects of the speeches which has been observed. The various aspects, those various aspects are timing and the R counter, that is usage of unwanted sounds. And the third aspect is that the grammatical errors and the good usage of language. So first, I would like to invite Toastmaster Madhusudan to submit his timer report. Toastmaster Madhusudan, over to you.
Karthik,
yes.
Is all the evaluators are qualified?
Yeah, just a minute. I'll check with Toastmaster Madhusudan. Just start with the evaluators first and then move on to the others.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Toastmaster Preeti and Toastmaster Sriram are qualified. So, they are evaluators. And Toastmaster Preeti took 3 minutes, and Toastmaster Sriram took 3 minutes 4 seconds. And the table topics, Toastmaster Karthik took 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster Mohan Babu took 1 minute. Toastmaster Tanushri took 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Preeti took 1 minute 32 seconds. Toastmaster Madhusudan, myself, I took 1 minute 25 seconds. And Toastmaster Madhupriya took 1 minute 39 seconds. Toastmaster Sriram took 1 minute 29 seconds. And for the prepared speech, Toastmaster Mohan Babu took 5 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Amal took 5 minutes 12 seconds. And Toastmaster Sebastian took 4 minutes 38 seconds. And Toastmaster Subha took 6 minutes and 38 seconds.
Toastmaster Madhusudan, I request to read out the timings of all, not only qualified. I request the timings of all rest of the speakers also.
Okay. Toastmaster Toastmaster Anand took 3 minutes 37 seconds, and Toastmaster Sriram took 4 minutes 11 seconds. Toastmaster Madhupriya took 4 minutes 29 seconds. Guest Saraswati took 41 seconds. Toastmaster Sebastian table topics took 44 seconds. Toastmaster Arun table topics took 50 seconds. That's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan, for giving such a detailed report on the timing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So next, I'd like to invite our counter Toastmaster Prabhat Tiwari to submit his report. Yes, we are able to.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. In the filler interjection, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sarvanan has used actually 2 times ER, U. Next is General Evaluator PJ Karthik. PJ Karthik said 6 times and 4 times in the speech section, Toastmaster second speaker, Toastmaster Amol said 7 times 4 times and 2 times well. Speaker Toastmaster Jebestein said 4 times, well 6 times. Then next is in the table topic section. In the table topic section, Toastmaster Jebestein said 2 times, well 2 times, 6 times. Yes, Saraswati said 4 times so, 2 times next guess, Dhanusri said so 2 times. Toastmaster Madhusudan used the filler word 7 times, like so and er. Then the next section is the evaluation round. The evaluation round, Toastmaster, Toastmaster, I can say Toastmaster
Anand.
Toastmaster Anand said 6 times so and 2 times well. Then Toastmaster Sriram said so 2 times and 6 times well. Toastmaster Adhupriya said 6 times so and 2 times well. Toastmaster Srinivasan said so 2 times and well 2 times. So thank you so much, and over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Prabhat Tiwari, for giving such a detailed encounter report. So now the new Toastmasters and guests, you wonder what is this report is about, why this is report. Why now you would have understood what is this report. It is the report of the summary of the unwanted words used in a speech. So why we are using it? Because very simple, whenever you give a speech, you have to speak in a flow. You should not have any pauses, unwanted pauses. Those unwanted pauses will look awkward. So that is the objective. If we keep on measuring that, it will reduce gradually. That is the objective of having an counter role in Toastmasters. So next is the grammarian. To submit the grammarian report, I invite Toastmaster Jacob. Over to Toastmaster Jacob.
Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Servant used 7 times the word of the day, and theme of the day 5 times, and unique phrases like crucial accents, resonated, calmness, aspect, grab the day, etc. General Evaluator Toastmaster Karthik used variable expression, experience, grow yourself, explore, humanize, well-rounded person, introspective, etc. For the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Mohan Babu used confined, moving on, redesign, amazed, love to each other, down the line, and never give up. And Toastmaster Amal used already winner, pursue dream, encounter, and the phrases like negative experience will make you stronger, shut them up with your success. And Toastmaster Sebastian used workers, spend time with nature, nature taken over the place, certainly, invitable, loving nature, unify, learn from nature, etc. Toastmaster Subha used inspiring, attention pulling, mocking, never be judgmental, never give up in life, characterization, master your voice. And next for the tabletop session, Toastmaster Preeti used bold and courageous, faced challenges, and Toastmaster Madhusudan used expected, move forward, and happiness. And Toastmaster Madhupriya used ship off, demand, support trading, and innovation. Toastmaster Sriram used some words like origin, scientific, innovation, explore, practical is the best thing. And for the evaluators, Toastmaster Anand used nice words like narrated, nervous, benchmark, fabulous, postures, etc. Toastmaster Preeti used criteria, transformed, fulfill, tonal variations, feeble, and monotonous. And Toastmaster Sriram used core objective, voice projection, liveliness, articulation, and vocal variety. Toastmaster Madhupriya used like tone up, audience attention, emote, pitching, gigantic, and gestures. Finally, Toastmaster Srinivasan sir used perspective as much as and curiosity. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Jacob, for submitting a detailed report on the grammarian. So next, I would like to submit my report as the general evaluator. First, I would like to go in depth on the positive aspects of the meeting. So the meeting started on time, sharp 10:15. Kudos for all the kudos for the VP Education to making it start on time. So the guest introduction have been obtained by the presiding officer. All the in the prepared speech session, all the speakers have prepared well. This was very evident in the speeches which they gave. And in the table topic session, all the topics selected were very good, and it was very thought provoking. And in the evaluation session, all the evaluation were engaging, enthralling, and introspective. I request all the speakers to incorporate the feedbacks given by your respective evaluators. And with respect, then finally, with respect to role players, there are no change in role players. Kudos to VP Education for managing the meeting very effectively. And there was a situation where one of the role players was late quite a bit. So she pitched in immediately on behalf of him. Luckily, he came a little later. So thanks for your thanks for pitching in when required. Kudos to your commitment. So these are the positive aspects of the meeting. So what are the recommendations, or what are the areas of improvement? So I could see few prepared speakers who are still in online mode. So at least whenever you are giving a speech, I strongly recommend to give the speech in person. So you can avail the full benefit of giving a speech in front of an audience in an offline mode. So that will also encourage yourself and also increase your confidence in you. So that is one recommendation. So the another recommendation which I have is so whenever the word of the day is selected, so it has to be unique, as well as the TMOD has to ensure that it has to be used by all the speakers. So today I could see that the usage of word of the day and the theme of the day is very less. So in TMOD, ensure that whenever you're selecting the word of the day and theme of the day, ensure that it is unique, as well as it can be used in all these speeches by the speakers. So overall, it was a very good meeting, very good and a well organized meeting. So thanks VP Education and all the role players for making this meeting very effective. Over to TMOD.
Thank you, General Evaluator and TAC team, for your descriptive reports. And also thanks for your point, General Evaluator. I will try to invite this point in the future sessions. Now we are at the final stage of our meeting, today's meeting. Before I end this, I wish to share the communication skills and leadership skills are not imbibed by birth. It can be practiced and imbibed in the due course of life too. Toastmasters Club as such offers various routes to enhance these skills by taking up various routes. I request all the guests to join the Toastmasters Club and enhance their skills by their strenuous effort. With this, I end this my role. Over to you, President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saravanan, for that wonderful session being a TMOD for today. Today's session was filled with speeches and evaluations, and it was a very interesting session. Toastmaster Suhasini, the online polling is ready. I think you gave me for the prepared speeches and the evaluation. So can you please send me for role players and tag?
I already sent you your WhatsApp.
Okay. Cool. Tarun, can you please do for tag? Okay. Okay, let's have the guest feedback for today. We have guest Saraswati. So let's hear from her about today's meeting.
Toastmasters, I've been a guest for the second time, and I find this session to be amazing in the offline mode, more better than the online mode. So I would ask every one of you to take time and come and attend this in the offline mode. And thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, guest Saraswati. She came online last week and today she is offline. Let's move on to the other guests. Toastmaster Preeti, can you please help me with the guests?
Yeah, we have Harihara Sudan. He didn't introduce himself, I guess. He came a little late.
Guest Harihara Sudan, can you please introduce yourself and also give your feedback? Guest Harihara Sudan, are you available? Guest Harihara Sudan, are you there? Okay, moving on to the next guest. Yeah, Kalayarasi, guest Kalayarasi. Guest Kalayarasi, are you there? Looks like no. Guest Pandirajan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. You can give your feedback. How did you feel about today's session?
The session was very engaging, and I hope this is my communication will improve. I will definitely participate in next week. I'm looking forward to join this club. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pandirajan. Please do get in touch with our VP membership, Toastmaster Preeti.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You have her number on the chat, so you can get in touch with her. And any more guests for today?
That's all.
Okay. Good. So let's move on to the results for today. We are consolidating the online and the offline results. Toastmaster, so prepared speeches, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Mohan is the best prepared speaker for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Mohan. Okay, for evaluation. Toastmaster Preeti is the evaluator for today. Best evaluator. If somebody can spotlight her. And the best role player for today is Toastmaster PJ Karthik. Somebody can spotlight. And what else? Okay, the best tag role player for today is Toastmaster Jacob. Please spotlight. Okay, the best TT speaker for today is Toastmaster Madhupriya. Spotlight is available. Okay, so I think we are done with the rules. Congratulations to the winners. Okay, with that, I would like to adjourn our 618th meeting for today with a photograph. So online and offline, please be ready for a photograph. Everybody can come on stage. Yeah, sure. Can you all please switch on your cameras online? We are fitting a webcam to our laptops. Give us a minute.
What's the screen? Yes. A bit. Yeah, perfect now. Perfect.
Can somebody take online
A screenshot.
a Toastmaster, Suhasini, Toastmaster Shriram?
Yeah, done.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll also take.
Thank you so much. With that, I would like to say goodbye. Meet you all next week.
This is Andhra Chamber of Commerce.